Hello class, we are going to continue on to writing one form into another, initially starting with point slope form, then to slope intercept form, and then lastly standard form. And of course we will always go into graphing. The middle circle is what is being given to us or what we need to find. And so we are given 2 points and we have a blank for the slope. So our first step initially is to find the slope. And there are 2 ways of doing so. You may graph the 2 points and use rise over run, or you may use slope formula. And slope formula is, I'm going to write it here at the bottom so there's room, m equals y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. Okay, so it helps to label your points. Okay, and then we can just plug in when necessary. However, please be careful of the negatives. So I have y2, which is negative 3, minus y1, which is negative 1. Then I have x2, which is 2, minus x1, which is 3. And so, if I learned enough from keep, change, flip, I notice that I'm going to keep the first 3, negative 3, then my subtraction sign turns to an addition sign, and I flip the sign of my next number, so instead of a negative 1 is a positive 1. Okay, so now I have negative 3 plus 1, which gives us a negative 2. Then we have 2 minus 3, which is a negative 1. Negative 2 divided by a negative 1 gives us a positive 2. So our slope is 2. M equals 2. So when we are given a slope and at least 1 point, we have no choice but to start at point slope form. We can't start slope intercept form because we need the y-intercept. We don't know what that is yet. And standard form comes from slope intercept form. So we must start at point slope form. And point slope form is y minus y1 equal to m parentheses x minus x1. Okay, and it helps to put boxes around the negative y1 and the negative x1 because you're going to read the opposite side of the given point. And so we'll explain more what that means just momentarily. So we're going to plug in, let's say we chose 3, negative 1. Okay, so choosing 3, negative 1, I have y, and then we know that y1 is negative 1, but the opposite of the given sign negative 1 is a positive 1, equal to m, which we know to be 2, open parentheses x, and x1 is 3, but we want to take the opposite of it, so we're going to put minus 3. Okay, so that is point slope form. However, if you chose the second version, there's another version you can choose. You can choose 2, negative 3, and you're going to take the opposite of. So y, so negative 3 is a positive 3, equal to 2, and then I have x minus 2. So either one of these is considered point slope form, depending on which point you choose. Now we're going to find slope intercept form. So this is what I say, it doesn't matter which one you choose because, or these two can be an option because when you solve for slope intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, you'll notice they'll be the same answer. So if we chose the first one, y plus 1 equal to 2, parentheses x minus 3, okay, I'm still going to distribute my 2 to x and to negative 3, and I end up with 2x minus 6. Okay, and so then I need y by itself, so I'm going to subtract 1. So I end up with y equal to 2x minus 7. Okay, so let's see if it works for the other. So I have y plus 3 equal to 2 with x in parentheses minus 2. I'm still going to distribute my 2. So I end up with y plus 3 equal to 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times negative 2 is a negative 4. negative 4. Pardon my mistake. Okay, so I have negative 4, and I need to subtract 3 from both sides. So I end with y equal to 2x. Negative 4 minus 3 does give me a negative 7. So, doesn't matter which one I chose, my slope-intercept form is y equals 2x minus 7. So now for our standard form, and standard form is ax plus by equal to c. Okay, so the difference between this one and our slope-intercept form is x and y are on the same side. So your first step is to move x to the same side as y. Okay? So however that means, you're going to move it to the other side. So I have y equal to 2x minus 7. Going to subtract 2x from both sides. So note, I cannot combine these two terms. They are not the same. So now I have negative 2x plus y equal to negative 7. Now we think we're almost done, but we want ax to be positive. So our second step is if ax is negative, in reference to our notes that we did, I'm going to multiply entire equation by negative 1. So if ax is negative, I'm going to multiply the entire equation by negative 1. And because I have negative 2x, I'm going to take the entire equation and multiply it by negative 1, because I want a of x to be positive. So regardless of where I've placed negative 1, I am going to distribute to all parts of this equation. So negative 1 times negative 2x is a positive 2x. Negative 1 times positive y is a negative y. Then negative 1 times negative 7 is a positive 7. And so there completes my standard form. Now our last step should be simple enough. We are going to graph what we've been given. And we can graph it either by using slope-intercept form, or we can find the x and y intercepts in standard form, or we can plug in 2 points, finding its slope, and continue from there. But we know our slope is 2. Our slope is 2 over 1. So I'm going to rise 2 and run 1, and note that my line should be increasing because I have a positive m. Our y-intercept is at 0, negative 7. I'm going to go down to negative 7, and I'm going to rise up 2 and go over 1, all the way until I have no more room left. So there completes my line. And if I'm not sure if these are correct, you can always check to see, do these points fall in my line? Well, here's 3, negative 1, and then here's 2, negative 3. So both of these points do fall in my line, so my equations in any form are true. And that completes our graphic organizer for writing one form to another, given 2 points and the slope, using point-slope form. Thank you.